달콤하기만 해도 싫어 So check it 끊어져 착한 거는 나도 구분해 yeah. 반짝할 거면 시작도 왔는걸 Sometimes 내가 생각해도 I think you're really cool 에이쌤 내 조각이 완전 카피 나와 똑같아 내 맘 잘 알아줘 에이쌤 꼭 닮은 내 달콤하니 눈앞에 나타나줘 에이쌤
Okay, hi everyone. Today I'll be teaching ASAP by Stayc, and we'll be going over the course today. So we're just going to start right a little bit ahead of the course, the course. So what she's going to say is, I think you're really cool, and what you're going to do is you're going to split your hands, and then you're going to go in and out. So it's going to be, I think you're really cool. Yeah. And so when you go in, you kind of sink down, and when you go out, you go back. Yeah, so it's going to be, I think you're really cool. And then it's going to start on 8. So on the count 8, what you're going to do is you're going to reach your right arm straight forward. And at the same time, your hands are going to be in a peace sign. So it's going to go out and down. And so this is supposed to be like an A for ASAP. So while your right arm goes out and down, you will be stepping forward with your left leg. Yep, so that's, I think you're really cool. 8. Yep. So then after 8, on 1, what you're going to do is you're going to pull your arms like this, so they should be separate, not touching, but kind of in the same line as each other. And both your hands should be in peace signs now, and they should just be facing each other like this. So you're going to go from 8 to 1. And then your left leg will be up after you step, and your torso will be facing slightly towards the right. And then your left arm is the one that's higher. So on 1, your pull should be like this. And then what you're going to do for 2 and 3, your arms are going to switch. So you're going to go right, left, right, keeping the same angles. And your feet are just going to go left, right, left. Yeah, so putting that together is going to be 1 and switch, 2 and 3. Yep, and then so when you get to 3, you should be in the exact same pose but opposite. So your right arm should be up higher than your left arm, but they should still be in line. And your right leg should be up. But this time, on 3, you're going to put your hands together, so it'll kind of look like this. Yep, so 8, 1, 2, and 3. And then you're going to switch back one more time. So now you should be facing the right, or the left, and then you're going to push back one more time to face the right. So that's going to be 4 and 5. So all that together is going to be 8, 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5. Yep, and then when you're doing the steps, you can kind of lift up, and then when you land in this pose, you can go down, and then step up, and then down again. Yeah, so that's just a little bit of level changing. So you should end on 5 like this, with your hands touching and your left leg up. And then what you're going to do on 6 is you're going to put your left leg down, and you're kind of use that as a string to like strain your leg, lift your hip, and like bring your whole body up. So 6, and then at the same time, your right arm is going to go up, and your left arm is going to go down. So your right arm should still be bent, your left arm should be straight now, but they should still be parallel to each other, and your hand should still be in like peace lines. Yep, so 6, that's going to all happen in one go. So you're going to put your leg down and then straighten everything up. And that includes your hip too, so you can tilt your head up. So it's going to be 6. And then for 7 and 8, you're just going to release this tension, bend your legs, bring your head down, and like kind of relax your arms. So 6, 7, 8. And then for 7, 8 as well, you're going to do scissor motions with your hand for 7, 8. So 6, then relax, 7, 8. Okay, so for the next 8 count, the arms are a little bit confusing at first, but let's go over them slowly. So you just ended with this after 7, 8. Then you're going to take your right arm, and you're going to flex your palm like this, and then you're going to circle it counterclockwise, down, up, and then you're going to tap your shoulder. And when you tap your shoulder, you can also bring your left shoulder slightly forward to emphasize it. So again, after this, you're going to flex your palm, bring it down counterclockwise, back up, and then tap your shoulder. Yeah. So that's 7, 8, 1, 2. Yep. And then what your left arm is going to do, so it's like down here, it's going to go up counterclockwise, and your palms will also be flexed for your left hand. So up, and then straight, and then that's when you'll push your shoulder forward for the tap. So your left arm is going up counterclockwise and straight, and the palm should be flexed through the whole thing, and your right arm is going to go down counterclockwise and then tap. So together, that's going to be 1, 2. Yeah, so again, it's going to be 1, 2. And so if you put that together with your feet, it's going to be 7, 8. Then for 1, you're going to step your left foot out, 1. But don't put all of your weight on it, because on 2, you're going to step it on it again and cross in front of the right and tap with your hand. So that's going to be 1, 2. Yep. So 7, 8, 1, 2. And then for 3 and 4, your arms are going to rotate like you're shimmying. So 3 and 4. And then over here, with this move, I like to focus like more on my shoulders. So it'll be like right, left, right in terms of his front. And then you'll do kind of the same thing with your legs again. So 1, 2, and then you're going to uncross with your left, 3, and then 4, you're going to tap with your right, 4. So that whole sequence together is going to be 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then when you do the shimmying, make sure your hands are fisted, and then when you do the circling, make sure your hands are flexed. So starting from here, it's going to be 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then for 4, you're going to like tap again. But this time your hands are going to be fisted, and it's going to be to the back shoulder, not crossed over. 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then for 5, what you're going to do is you're going to lift your right leg, and you're going to keep your hands in a fist, and you're going to kind of push your hip out. And so here your legs are going to be straight. So it's going to be 5. Yeah. And then after that, you can have a little bit of bounce back to make it look more natural. So 5. And then 6, your hands are going to go to a heart, and you're going to drop down and bounce. 6. And then for 7, 8, you're just going to throw your hands like you're sprinkling water on someone, and you're going to slowly bring them down, and your head is going to tilt to the right. Okay, so we just finished 7, 8. Then you're going to bring your right leg together to your left, and then you're going to put your left arm behind your back, and you're going to point to your imaginary partner, and you're going to also lean forward with your straight back and kind of bounce. So this is supposed to be a little playful. So 7, 8, 1. And then for 2, 3, what you're going to do is you're going to throw your right arm back and out, and your left arm is going to follow by starting on your right wrist and moving up towards your elbow. So this is going to be 1, and you're 2, 3. So it goes from wrist to elbow to over the back of your head, down, and your left arm should end up somewhere here. And then when you throw it back, your arm, your left leg should end up pumped. So again, that's going to be 7, 8.1, throw and pop your leg, 2, 3, and then for 4, you're going to kind of follow through this motion, step out with your left leg, so both your legs are straight, bring your left arm, kind of like chest, like rib level, and then you're going to finish by bringing your right arm under and up, so you should end in this pose. So your arms are going to be straight and in a straight line, and your left palm is going to be down, your right palm is going to be up, and your legs should be straight. So this is 2, 3, 4. Yep. And then for 5, you're going to hit this pose. So what this is your arms are in the exact same pose as if like you're waving to someone. But your right palm is going to be facing the camera, your left palm is going to be facing you, and your right leg is going to be twisted from the toe. It's going to pivot out like this. So 5. And then you're going to switch. So your hands are just going to switch which one's facing you, which one's facing the camera. So my right hand palm should be facing me now. And then your legs, you're going to pivot on your toes to end up like this. So your left arm or your left leg should now be bent and facing away. So this is going to be 4. Then you're going to hit 5. Then you're going to turn, 6, and then you're going to turn again, 7, and. So you're going to switch a total of 4 times, and the first 2 are going to be slower than the second 2. So again, this is 4. You're going to start with your right palm facing the camera, 5. Switch 6, switch again, 7, switch, and. Yep. And then for 8, you're going to step on your left leg again, which should be already bent, but you're going to step a little on the toe, and and then you're gonna throw your arms out and your head up like this, and your palm should be flexed. So this is 8. So it's 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Yep. So that whole 8 count is gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Yep. And then next, you just did 8. Then you're gonna bring your right leg in, and then at the same time, what your body's gonna do is it's gonna bounce forward again with your leg straight and your back straight. So again, only your hip that is moving like this, and it's meant to be playful. And at the same time, you're gonna bring your hands up, then you're gonna turn them towards your face and then out. And then when you bounce back, you're gonna reel them back in like a big reverse, and then bring them down. So that counting is gonna be, so 1. Yep, so bring your leg in, you lean forward, and you throw your hands out at the same time. So 8, 1. Yep. And then I'm like slightly forward, and there should be like a bouncy quality to this. So 1, and then immediately you bounce back up, 2, and then you hit 3 here, or roughly around here, but it's gonna be like hard. It should be a flowing motion, and then 4 you go down. So that whole thing is gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so the hands might be a little bit confusing, but basically all it is rolling your wrists in and out, then rolling them, rolling your wrist out, then rolling them back in, and then bringing it down. So you have 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then for the remainder of this 8 count, you just walk 5, 6, 7, 8. And when you walk, you do it like prettily, with your arms like swinging and your hips swinging, with a little bit of sass too. So you're gonna start on your right, you're just gonna go 5, 6, 7, 8, or wherever you're going to your new formation. So these 2 8 counts counted together are going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So after we finish 5, 6, 7, 8 on and, you're going to do a really quick prep move. So this is just a prep move, not exercise at all. It's just to help you get into your next position. So and so you should be like, if you're mowing the lawn, grabbing mowing, and then your right leg should be slightly up. So and. Yep. And then you're gonna go 1. So it's going to be single ladies, but a little bit more like flattened out. So basically what's going to happen is you're going to step your right leg back, forward, and straight, and your left leg is going to be bent. And throughout this whole thing, try to keep your left leg in the same position. And then you're going to punch forward with your right arm, and you're going to draw your left arm back to basically the same position your right arm was. So, this finger and 1. Yep. And then for your head, it will be tilted a little bit to the left and down for and. So for 1, you're gonna just throw it back, and if you have hair, roll it back. 2, like this. Yep. And then you're just gonna alternate your hand, whichever one is punching, 6 times. You're gonna try to keep your left leg as still as possible, and so your right is gonna be the one that's gonna be like motoring the punch, and so then by extension your hip will go, and then your back and upper torso will also move a little bit too. So if you can get that to all work together, that would be great. And then, so just for the punches, you're just gonna, you can like make it a little bit circular if you want, but basically the gist of it is each hand has got 2 poses, 1 punch, 1 back, and they should be exactly the same every single time. Yeah, and the punch is gonna be like diagonally to the ground, so not too down and not too side, but like a nice diagonal. And then they're really fast, so don't try to like hold the poses. Just know that you have to try to like hit that. That's all. So it's gonna be and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. So you're gonna do that 6 times. And notice how every time my arm goes either back to here, or it's completely straight down. Yep. And then for 7, 8, you're just gonna put your arms in a Y pose, with your palms flexed. And then what you're gonna do with your arms is you're gonna roll this shoulder back. Oh, sorry. Roll your right shoulder back and then roll your left shoulder back. But the left one, you don't really finish the roll. You just kind of leave it at its highest point. And then your legs are just going to go up and down. And it's still the left one that's popped. So it's going to be 6. Then you're going to circle your arms, mostly your shoulders. So your right arm is going to go down, circle back, up, and then down, and your left arm is going to go up. So it's going to be 6, here, 7, 8. So 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8. So your right arm is going up and down, and your left arm is just going down and up. And if the arms are confusing, just focus on the shoulders. So the shoulders should be roll back right, roll back left. Yep, so that whole 8 count is going to be and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You should land like this. Your hip popped out to the right and your head tilted. And then your left arm is higher than your right arm. Yep. And then what you're going to do from here is you're going to put your arms as straight as possible. Then you're going to flex your palms and then fist them. So they should be like this. Yeah. Then you're going to snake forward, down, and to the left. So you're going to go starting from your head down. And it should be very noticeably forward, down, and to the left. So 1. And then your knees will be bent. And then for 2, you're just going to pop your hip. So it's going to be 1, 2. And then for 3, you're going to snake again, starting from your head, like body roll, but this time it's going to be up, backwards, and to the right. So you just did 1. And then your arms should be straight, crossed, and palms or wrist flexed and fisted this whole time. Then you're going to go back and up and to the right. 3, 4. Let me do that a little bit faster. I think I'll make it better. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you're going to snake one more time, back into the left. 5, 6. You're going to pop your right. So it's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. And then for the back ones, you're gonna be angled like basically to the center each time like this. So your right shoulder would be out a little bit more here, and your left shoulder would be out a little bit more here. Yep. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then if you had hair, again, this would be a situation where it would like flop around ideally. And then for 7, what you're gonna do is you're gonna milli rock. So milli rock is just like circling your arms once really fast, 7, and then you're gonna bring your left leg in. So just it here, really rock 7. So you should end like this, but then like slightly to the, and like this, and then slightly to the right. And you're going for 8. You're gonna like just bring your right arm back like really far as a prep, and then for 1 you're just gonna like slap it through, swing through. Yeah. So it's gonna be 7, prep 8, and then 1 you're gonna use that momentum to carry you and turn. So that 8 count is gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. So 7, 8. So when you do 8, lift up your left leg, and then 1, you're gonna just pivot on your right leg with the momentum that you have from sweep. So 7, 8, 1, and then on 2, you're gonna step your left leg down, and then that's gonna activate. That's gonna start like a body roll. That's also gonna start when you take your arms and you slice them across like chest level to be straight like this. So you're gonna stomp at the same time you do that, and then both the things are gonna start a body roll. So 1, stomp your left foot down and cross your arms to your chest. 2, and then at the same time you do stomp and pull. You're basically gonna pop your chest out and up, and then that's what's gonna let you start the body roll. So 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're just gonna body roll through very slowly, and your arms are also gonna go slowly down and push down. So 2, 3, 4, and when we get to 5, you're gonna put your hands in loose fists, and they're gonna be straight. They should be straight here, and then you can try to keep your shoulders back, like good posture, so it doesn't look weird when you body roll. So try to keep them back and open. And then for 5, 6, you're just gonna drop down like this, bend your knees, and then roll your butt up. Yeah, so you're just gonna finish the body roll that you started. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, drop, and body roll 5, 6, 7. So your butt should go from in, like after it's followed the body roll, so it's here. So I'm like, it's in, and you go down, and that helps it push it back out, and we finish the body roll up, staying down. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Lightly twist your hands, go down 5, 6, and then for 7, 8, you're just gonna doogie. So your arms are gonna go with this, and you're just gonna step left, step right. But you're gonna be facing the side while you do that. So to the front, it's gonna look like 5, 6, and then you're gonna step 7, 8. And to the side, it's gonna look like 7, 8. Yeah. So that whole 8 count is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8. And then the last 8 count you're going to do is you're going to bounce 1. So what you're going to do is you're going to step together with your left, bounce, and then step out again. So 1, 2. Yep, and your hand is you're gonna flick out again with your wrist. 1, and then for 2, and you're gonna bring them down here, and then have them bounce to your left shoulder. So center it around your right, bounce to your left. So your arms are gonna go flick out, bounce, bounce, and your feet are gonna go tap, left, down. So together that's going to be 1, 2, and then for 3, and you're just going to bend a little bit more and then chest go out like this. So 1, 2, and 3, 4. And then you're going to step with your right, 5. Step with your left, 6, so now you're totally facing the back. 7, lift up your right arm. 8, lift up your left arm. And then turn and look this side. And then that's good. So that 8 count is going to be, so you just finished 7, 8, and you're going to go 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then you're done. So those last 3 8 counts are going to go like this. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
pass it up